New kings and kingdoms. Political developments in India. An outline 700 to 1200 CE. King Harshvardhana's death in 647 CE was followed by a gradual breakup of his vast kingdom between 800 and 1200 CE. A number of smaller kingdoms emerged across the subcontinent. These kingdoms brought about numerous changes in country's social, economic, political, and cultural life. Tri-party struggle for Kannauj. Kannauj was the epicenter of all political developments in India during the long reign of King Harshvardhana. Its location near River Ganga helped to foster trade and agriculture in this region. Even after King Harshvardhana's death, Kannauj continued to remain important for different ruling dynasties as its possession was considered to be immensely beneficial. This resulted in a series of battles between the Gurjara Pratiharas, Rashtrakutas, and Palas for control over the central Ganges Valley in general, Kannauj in particular. This fight, which was essentially aimed at securing the supreme position in the political scene of North and Central India, is known as the tri-party struggle since it mainly involved three parties. The three powers in tri-party struggle. The three main powers involved in tri-party struggle were the Gurjara Pratihara dynasty was founded by Harichandra during the 6th century. Nagabhatta I was the first important ruler of this dynasty, and his successor brought the whole of Gujarat and southwestern Rajasthan under their control. The Pratihara power reached its zenith under Bhoja or Bhoja I, reigned 836 to 885 CE. In the tri-party struggle, Gurjara Pratihara used western India as a base. The Rashtrakutas, who were originally subordinates of the Chalukyas, overthrew their master in 753 CE and established an independent dynasty under their chief, Danti Durga. The term Rashtrakuta means a designation officer in charge of a territorial division called Rashtra. Initially, they ruled the Deccan, later, they expanded their kingdom towards the south and southwest. The Pala dynasty was founded by Gopala in the 8th century. He started as a ruler of a tiny principality called Pundravardhana near Borga in present day Bangladesh. Subsequently, he included Venga in his kingdom and gradually extended his control over the whole of Bengal. Pala ruler Devapala reigned 810 to 850 CE, reasserted his authority in the east and the northern Deccan. After the death of Devapala, Pala power started declining, though it revived during the reign of Mahipala 988 to 1038 CE. Its stronghold now was confined only to Bihar. Outcome of tri-party struggle. The conflict between these three kingdoms weakened their sources. At the end of the 9th century, the Pala kingdom declined with its subordinates in Kamapura, modern Assam, and Utkala, modern Odisha, asserted their independence. Eventually, they were replaced by the Sena ruler. The last Sena ruler, Lakshman Sen, was defeated by the commander of Delhi Sultanate, Muhammad Bakhtiyar Khilji, in 1200 CE. After the Sena dynasty, the Deva dynasty came to power in western Bengal. The Gurjara Pratihara kingdom also declined soon afterwards, and its subordinates Chauhans, Chahamanas, Chandelas, Guhilas, Kalachuris, Parmaras, and Solankis asserted their independence. The Pratihara kingdom thus became weak, and it enabled Muhammad Mahmud of Ghazni and Afghanistan, an Afghan kingdom, to plunder its western Indian territories mercilessly. Eventually, the lack of the unity and constant rivalry within them gave the Turks an opportunity to invade India and lay the foundation of Delhi Sultanate. The Rashtrakuta kingdom met the same fate. One line of Chalukyas who were their subordinates founded the what came to called the late Chalukya dynasty. This gave the final death blow to the declining Rashtrakuta kingdom. Administration. The new kingdom were divided into provinces called Bhaktis, which were divided further into Vishayas. The governor was in charge of Bhaktis, and Vishwapati looked after Vishayas. The village was smallest administrative division under the village headman supported by village committees. The king of the newly emerged kingdom adopted high-sounding titles such as Maharajadhiraja and Tribhuvan. The king was advised by the council of ministers including the foreign minister Sandhi Vigrahika, storehouse in charge Bhandagarika, fort in charge Kotpal, commander of army Mahasenapati, and royal priest Raj Purohit. The king maintained his own army and also depended upon his feudatory for troops and armaments at the time of war. The king gave grants of land to many of his lesser king or feudal lords instead of salaries. Social life. The Rajputs were a part of the Kshatriya warrior class. Most of the Rajput ruling classes claimed their lineage from their Agni, sun, or moon. They enjoyed high status in the society. A new class of clerical staff emerged known as the Kayastha. The position of women declined during this period. Many evil practices such as polygamy, sati, child marriage, etc. prevailed. Economy. The agriculture was primary occupation and last economy. The agriculture was primary occupation and land revenue formed the most important part of the state, ensuring both internal as well as external trade took place during this time. Social life. The Rajputs were a part of Kshatriya warriors class. Most of the Rajput ruling classes claimed their lineage from either Agni, sun, or moon. They enjoyed high status in the society. A new class of clerical staff emerged known as Kshatriyas. The position of women declined during this period. Many evil practices such as polygamy, sati, child marriage, etc. prevailed. Economy. The agriculture was the prime occupation and land revenue formed the most important part of the state treasury. Both internal as well as external trade took place during this time. Shrenis or guilds carries on trading activities. Trade prevailed such Southeast Asia, China, the Mediterranean and Western world. India exported textiles, spices, precious stones, important horses, and precious metals. Rise of the Rajput clans. The tri-party struggle gave rise to a number of kingdoms throughout North and Central India. Many of these were ruled by some warlike clans of mysterious origin, while some Rajput clan claimed descent from the sun, Suryavanshis. Some other traced their origin to the lunar family of the ancient Pandavas, Chandravanshis, collectively all of them called Rajputs. The term Rajput originated from the Sanskrit word Rajputra, which means the son of king or someone of royal lineage. People of different Rajput clans were known for their bravery and courage. Among these clans, the Chauhan or Chahamans emerged as the most powerful clan after the tripartite struggle. The Chauhans were vassals of the Pratiharas. Their greatest ruler was Prithviraj Chauhan, who was also been referred to by historians as Rai Pithora. Turco-Afghan invasion by Ghazi and Ghori. In the 10th century, a kingdom emerged in Ghazi, Afghanistan. The most outstanding ruler was Muhammad of Ghazi, who raided and plundered India 17 times between 1000 and 1027 CE. He plundered the rich cities of North India such as Nagarkot, Thaneshwar, Mathura, and Kannauj. Mahmud even occupied Punjab and Multan. His invasion exposed weaknesses of the Indian rulers. Mahmud used the wealth he looted from India to beautify Ghazni. Al-Biruni, the great Persian scholar who wrote a book on India called Kitab-ul-Hind or Tariq-e-Hind, accompanied Ghazni on his Indian expedition. This book is a rich source of information on India in those times. The next series of Turkish invasion was started by Shahabuddin Muhammad Ghori in 1175 CE. He defeated Prithviraj Chauhan in the Second Battle of Tarim 1192 CE, which laid the foundation. Turkish ruler in India, in like Muhammad Ghazi, who came to India only to plunder and acquire wealth, Ghori wanted to establish an empire in India. Impact of the invasion. This Turco-Afghan invasion led to the intermingling of cultures. He had happened in the past with the coming of the Hunas, Kushanas. The religious culture prevailing in India at the time consisted of idol worship and elaborate rituals. On the other hand, these invaders were followers of Islam. They brought the Islamic culture and concept of a single formless God. The blending of two cultures and their traditions and customs comprises the present-day Indian culture.